There was a man people were afraid of. His name was Saul. And if you were a follower of Jesus in those days, that name alone was enough to make your hands tremble. Saul didn't just dislike Christians. He hunted them. He walked into their homes without warning, pulled families apart, and threw innocent people into prison. He was convinced, deep in his heart, that he was doing the right thing, that he was serving God. He was wrong, but he didn't know it yet. Saul was there the day Stephen was killed, the first person to die for believing in Jesus. And rather than feel troubled by it, Saul proved it only made him want to go further. He went from house to house in Jerusalem, searching for anyone who followed Jesus. Men, women, it didn't matter. He wanted them all silenced. But Jerusalem wasn't enough for him. He went to the high priest and asked for permission to travel to Damascus to find more believers there and bring them back in chains. Permission was granted, and so Saul set out on that road, full of fire, full of certainty, completely unaware that something was about to stop him in his tracks. It happened without warning. Somewhere on that road, around the middle of the day, a light appeared, not like sunlight, brighter, much brighter. It surrounded him completely, and the force of it knocked him straight to the ground. Then came a voice, calm, clear, and impossible to ignore. "Saul, Saul, why are you hurting me?" Saul lay there, shaking. "Who are you?" he whispered. "I am Jesus, the one you are persecuting. Get up, go into the city. You will be told what to do next." When Saul stood up and opened his eyes, he couldn't see anything. The men around him led him by the hand into Damascus, like a child learning to walk. For 3 days, he sat in complete darkness. He didn't eat. He didn't drink. He just waited. Meanwhile, across the city, a quiet and faithful man named Ananias was praying when God spoke to him. He was told to go find Saul, the same Saul everyone feared, and lay hands on him. Ananias was honest with God. "Lord, I've heard what this man has done. He has hurt so many of your people." But God's answer was gentle and firm. "Go, I have chosen him. He will carry my name to places you cannot imagine." So Ananias went. He walked into that house, found Saul broken and blind, and said something remarkable. He didn't say, "You deserve this," or "Look what you've done." He said, "Brother Saul, brother." In that one word, everything changed. Saul's sight returned, not just his eyes. His whole direction in life turned around completely. He was baptized that same day, and within days he was standing in synagogues, telling anyone who would listen that Jesus truly was the Son of God. The people who heard him were stunned. Wasn't this the man who came here to arrest believers? Yes, it was. And that was exactly the point. The man once feared as Saul became known to the world as Paul. His Hebrew name carried his past, his pride, his tradition, his anger. But Paul was the name that fit his future, a name that could reach across cultures, cross borders, and speak to a world waiting to hear something true. Paul went on to travel the known world, start communities of faith in city after city, and write letters so powerful they're still read today. He suffered greatly for it. He was beaten, imprisoned, shipwrecked, and eventually gave his life for the very message he once tried to destroy. But none of that surprised him, because Paul understood something deeply. He had been the worst kind of enemy, and he had been chosen anyway, not because he deserved it, but because grace doesn't look for the most worthy. It looks for the most willing. And in the end, Saul was willing. If this story moved you, we'd love for you to subscribe, so you never miss one. We share stories like this every day, and each one is made with care just for you. Come back daily. And if this touched your heart, share it with someone who might need it today. You never know whose life it might change.